Today's Clash Royale video is a special one. As you guys can see in the background, I got into the top 10 in the world in the $1 million competition. If you guys didn't see yesterday's video, make sure to check it out. There I kind of explained the format, and today I actually was able to push in the top 10 in the world. And today I'm going to show you how I was able to do that against the best players in the world. Absolutely insane games against the best players in the world. I actually went today 9-1. So the first day I went 9-1, then I went 10-0, and this day I went also 9-1. I need to tell you guys, I got some really difficult matchups which we're going over today, and thank you so much for all the support you guys gave on yesterday's video. I actually didn't believe that you guys were so much interested in this Clash Royale competition, so I will just do more competitive gameplay, and also make sure to like and write a comment. Really supports the algorithm, really supports the channel, so just takes like two or 3 seconds to do a like on the video, so I would really appreciate it. So let's go. We're straight up jumping into this game against a Lava. And I'm also currently streaming in German on my Twitch, and if you guys want to see the game live, make sure to check it out, twitch.tv/Royale. But I still think the gameplay is pretty entertaining. So we are facing Lava Hound Miner against Lava Loon. I personally would say the matchup is pretty good, since he doesn't have anything really against our Goblin Brawl, because most likely they have Zap, and also the good thing is Rocket gets a ton of fire, but in this matchup it's not really great. He has the Valkyrie, which is absolutely insane against a barrel, and also it's good against my bridge spam cards, and also which he has is the Skelly Dranks and the Flying Machine. We don't have any answer against our Flying Machine. Also we have Ice Spirit, we don't even have Fire Spirit plus Mighty Miner ability. This is killing the Skelly Drank. So important note, if you're playing Lockbait Mighty Miner, you really want to use the Mighty Miner on defense, and then going in for the Fire Spirit and using the ability of the Mighty Miner. So this matchup, yeah, I would say it's a pretty hard counter from his side, but you can still make it winning. So this is the most important thing in Clash Royale. I say it a ton of times. Just try your best, and yeah, it's possible. Even if you're like facing the best players in the world, and we are facing the best players in the world, we are playing the 20-win CRL stage. We're just facing people in the second stage of the ladder, which I also explained yesterday. For more information about the format, make sure to check out yesterday's video and make sure to subscribe. But the part is that you just face people which also have 20 wins. So makes sense, right? So we're just facing really good players. So they're not really bad with Lava Hound. He's most likely not the best Lava Hound player of all time, but he's a really decent player. So we're going in here on the right, really aggressive. Just gonna go for the cannon here. As you guys can see, we are being able to get a ton of value out of that. So we go for the Mighty Miner here. The Mighty Miner will get tower almost at least. So that's kind of annoying thing. Just almost, but the good thing is, yeah, at least it kills the miner. 3 up on elixir, right? We still need to throw a barrel, but the good thing is I know I will get tower anyway. So that's what I'm going to do here. He used a really bad Valkyrie. If he would have gotten the Valkyrie timing right, that would have been way better for him. But the good thing is with this Lockbait deck, normally at 1-1 you have a really bad matchup with Lockbait. But since you have the Mighty Miner, you're able to make it like a better matchup, since it's so good at 1-1. So what you really want to do in this matchup, in this situation, you want to go for the Mighty Miner on left side and want to wait. This is really important. Also kind of lucky here that the Flying Machine stays behind the miner, so he gets way more damage. But you really want to be precise with your Mighty Miner. You want to wait until your opponent's going to drop a defensive miner or a Valk. So Valk is out of cycle, and this is my time to shine. So I'm going to go now for my Dark Golem here, first of all setting it up, and now I'm going to go my Mighty Miner at the bridge. I'm going to wait. I was 100% sure he's going to use his defensive miner. So I'm going to wait until he uses the defensive miner. I'm also going to go for a barrel. Why? Since we need to arrow that, and then we're going for the Mighty Miner. As you guys can see, the Mighty Miner gets so much damage, and we are looking good. Since I know I can just go for the lock cycle, and also I'm able to drop my Goblin Balls here. So I'm going to go drop a Goblin Ball, going for the pre-lock here. GG's well played, beating a matchup which looks impossible. Really like not really close, also not really easy, but in a really good way. Game number 2 here versus our good old friend. So as I said, it's a best of 3 mode. So we're having a really good matchup. I think it just shows how you beat someone almost flawless in the mirror matchup. So he's doing some mistakes, yeah, but especially with bridge spam, I can tell you guys, there are some really good notes which you should take care of, how you need to win this one. I actually think he misclicked there. So In a matchup like this, you really want to be the first guy who finds out what the opponent's strength of the deck is and also know like which kind of disadvantage he has. So he goes in for the mini packer and the snowball there. So I'm just going to drop my Mega Knight since his mini packer's out. With bridge spam decks, even if it's not a mirror matchup, you always want to play the tube, which the opponent doesn't have an answer. So in this situation, it makes the most sense to go in for Mega Knight since his how's it called? He sits his mini packers out, which is a direct Mega Knight counter. So going for the early Mega Knight in this matchup is completely fine. So also right now, we're just going to go now for the Bandit here, forcing something out. His Bandit, which is the best ever counter against my Bandit, is out of cycle. So I knew he has an awkward cycle, and he's most likely going to drop something like an Archer Queen here once again, which he needs to. So we're not going to overcommit. We're just going to relax. We're going for an E-Spirit here. Kind of wait a bit, and then we're just going to drop the snowball. We're up by elixir, we're up by damage, so we can just go in relaxing this. And in this matchup, when I feel like I have an elixir advantage, I'm going to drop my Mega in the back. There's no reason to play something else, right? Why should I go in for my Ram Rider? He will just defend that. Like when I know that what the opponent has in hand, or also what deck he's playing. When I went for first Ram Rider, he still could have played something else, like an RG variation or so on. So right now with the elixir advantage, we're doing this. So also in this situation, I don't really want to go Queen at the bridge without knowing that he doesn't have enough elixir for lightning. After he goes in for his mini packer plus Magnet, and I can get a free Queen here. No elixir for lightning. As you guys can see, the Queen absolutely shreds that, and now I'm just going to wait for his next answer. So I knew he might lightning that, so why should I support that? I'm just going to go opposite lane, so he cannot really do anything. So I'm just going to go for the E-Spirit here. I'm also still not going to drop anything. And he goes in for the King to activation, and I'm just going to use my ability here. And as you guys can see, we're chilling. I'm just going to go for the ban on the right side just to apply some decent pressure. But I'm also not going to go for a snowball or something. Even if the Ram Rider would have connected, that would have been completely fine, and we're in a huge good spot. So right now, the decision making. What are we going to do? So in this situation, I'm going to go for the mini packer here because my only real answer or like play I could do. And I knew his Mega Knight isn't in cycle, so he cannot really support his Ram Rider. So right now, we're going to get a beautiful lightning here. Keep everything alive, and also I knew that's so hard for him to defend. So I'm just gonna go for this here. I'm playing a perfect E-Spirit to slow down his E-Spirit. Our ban is absolutely perfect, and look at this. He doesn't have enough elixir, and we actually are playing one of the best players in the world in a few seconds. But also the preparation for the outplay was happening already before. As you guys from the start up, you were up by elixir, you were up by damage. He had to play desperate, and this is not what you want to do in a mirror matchup, especially with bridge jump. Yes, you can always come back when your opponent is always like 1 or 2 steps behind. You're always like also feeling uncomfortable, especially in a best of 3 match, that's German, best of 3 match when you already lost the first game. So guys, I need to tell you guys, in this matchup, or like in this game against Argus, which was the final game at this point, I was 8-1, and I just want to close out that and get into top 10 leaderboard. Which is important. Top 128 qualifies. Being top 10 at the 3rd day, I think 2 more days are going to be there for playing. For sure, it puts you in a great position, and for sure, it's not like you can just climb like in a global tournament. You can just climb, you can just get wins on. You can also lose like in a normal Clash Royale trophy leaderboard. So if you lose games, you can for sure go down also. So yeah. This is just the thing with that. So it's not like I'm already secured, but if I play on my level, which I'm playing right now, I know I won't go like 4 and 6 on a day. I shouldn't, even like when matchups are bad and so on. So if I play my best level, I should always be able to go 9-1, 10-0, I guess. Right now, because I feel like I'm playing pretty well right now. Also, let me know if you guys want to see that more often every single day until the stage is over. Like a video about that, or you're saying that's just boring. I really appreciate your comments there. So let me know if you guys want to see the next couple of days also. Maybe I face like players which you also know. There could be always the possibility facing a Surgical Goblin, facing another good player like Viper, and so on. So let me know in the comment section if you guys want to see that more often, or you're just rather saying, I don't really like that. I think like normal order gameplay is better. For sure the replay format is like, some people of you were criticizing that. I completely agree with that, but it's kind of tough for me to do since I want to stream it also on my German. It's kind of hard for me to do it on all channels. But I also think about going for like just making like a Twitch channel in English, and maybe stream like 3 times a week there. But currently right now with my time spending, I kind of don't want to overwork myself. Even I feel like sometimes I'm doing it since all of the stuff going around, and right now with Clash Royale not being too popular. Yeah, but I have to keep that in mind, or I like to keep that in mind. So if Clash Royale like brings a good update, I might think about doing that. So just to let you know, guys, where I'm like showing replays on all of my current plans for the future also. So I'm gonna go now here for my Goblin Brawl. This is a pretty good matchup, as you guys are seeing. So yeah, just as a final question, let me know if you guys want to see the next couple of days also. My final road to the hopefully top 180 stage 3 in CRL. So yeah, this is a pretty easy matchup. If you would have a log, the matchup would be way harder, but still I think it's okay for me, since Mighty Miner absolutely shreds the G-Skelly. Mighty Miner is just so good. Also, yeah, he doesn't have log, as I said. Cannon against Mortar. Skeleton's really cheap cycle, and just outcycle him, and yeah, as you guys are seeing, we're doing a pretty good job. So I'm gonna go for my Skeletons here. I'm gonna go for Prince, since I was predicting his bats. I can just go for the Mighty Miner. No real answer for him. He cannot defend this one, and we're just pressuring once again. I know I can just go for the pre-log all the time. Look what he cannot really do anything. I'm also right now using my ability here, since I know I will get like even more damage on the tower. So it's really worth it to use the ability here. As you guys can see, he didn't get any damage. I can just rocket it out. GG's well played. 1-0, one game away from a 9-1. 9-1 count. A 1-9 score at the third day of the CRL second stage. Yeah, guys, now this is going to be a game which I really wanted to show you guys, since I feel like this is also pretty bad matchup. So the first matchup was really good for us, but we also, I think, played it perfect, so there was no way for the opponent to win this one. Yeah. For sure, he wasn't Mohammed Light, but I guess just one guy in the world is Mohammed Light, as far as I know. He also wasn't Mugi. But yeah, we're going here to play this deck. So this matchup is pretty hard, right? He has good answers against our Mortar with the Cannon card. He got the Tornado against our Miner. He got the Nado plus the Golden Knight, which is almost impossible to defend. Or I would even say Nado Golden Knight you cannot defend in some sort of situations. And he also has the Goblin Drill. So I would say this matchup is really bad. He has so many answers against our Miner. We cannot really go in for an offensive Mortar, since we always get like destroyed. Also, we don't have Fireball against Magic. So I would say it's a pretty good matchup again for him, or I would even say a hard counter for him. Yeah, since it feels like even with the Valkyrie, we also kind of need a Valkyrie on top of the troops, right? This bridge deck is so good, since you want to use your drill counters on top of the bridgeman components, like the Golden Knight, the Cannon card, the Ghost, and yeah, guards, they're not really too good. You can go for a Barbarian Brawl, and also just Golden Knight plus Cannon card example plus Barbarian Brawl just destroys them. So you need to go for a Valkyrie. I also don't have log, so if once the Cannon card connects, what I'm supposed to do, right? Snowball isn't as good, especially for troop tanks there. So yeah, a really bad matchup, but we got some good damage now as King Terror is for sure activate. Also, Firecrack in the matchup does nothing. The reason I had Firecrack in the deck was for, I think like for E-Giant, since he played it a bit. I think like against E-Giant, Lightning at least. Against Lightning decks in general, Firecrack is pretty solid. So the good thing is, I was going for the Mortar high. It looked like a really weird Mortar, but the Mortar had the reason in this situation that I just didn't want to get an Magic Archer connection on my tower, right? So I'm going for the Mortar High just to distract in case he goes in for a Magic Archer. He kind of predicted my prediction, but this is what I need to do, right? You need to do that. You need to predict the Magic Archer. If you don't, and he plays actually Magic Archer, we're actually losing this one. So I'm actually just going to go now for my Valkyrie on top of that. I'm also going for a pre-Fire Spirit here, since I was like, okay, he might go after. I'm using my Poison on the Magic Archer and being down a bit, going for an aggressive Nado to get some damage, since I think, yeah, he knew I don't have a log anymore, since I used it already in the bait game. And as you guys know, duels format, you can just use every single card once. So we go for another Miner here. As you guys can see, the Miner is chipping away, and soon I'm gonna play my Mortar, since I need to use my Mortar, as you guys can see here, against a Cannon card. Not what you want to do. The Cannon card just absolutely shreds the Mortar, but something I had to do. So playing my Cracker here. Now I'm just gonna go for a Miner here. I'm also gonna go for guards, and as you guys can see, he still is dealing some damage with the spawn damage of the how's it called, the Goblin Drill. But I also know I need to get more damage, right? How's it like right now? Like a 700 damage advantage isn't really too much. Also right now it's a 400, since I cannot really defend every single Magic Archer. I cannot predict everything. Sometimes like it's impossible, right? Sometimes you need to let it go. So I'm gonna go now for a good Miner here and going for a really good guards high, really cleaning it up. Perfect defense. So yeah, the important thing is in this matchup getting a really good damage advantage, because in triple, if he goes in for Magic Archer, if he goes in for the Tornado, if he goes in for the Goblin Drill, I can not defend this. It feels impossible to defend, right? So, I mean, does it really feel impossible? It's just impossible, right? Golden Knight plus Tornado going for the Valkyrie, pulling the Valkyrie in front of the tower, having a Magic Archer there, the poison not instantly killing that. I cannot defend it, so I know he will get at least 500 damage more, and I can't do really anything about it. So he goes in for another Nado here, and we're even, but at least the accurate King Tower. So normally could think, okay, right now it's time to go for offensive mortar. No, it doesn't really make sense. So I'm gonna go for another minor poison here, since I feel like it's worth it, since I want to switch up the spot, and also getting a poison plus the mortar killing actually the cannon card. Right now going for a Fire Queen on the left, killing hopefully the Archer Queen, which is not the Archer Queen, the Magic Archer is actually great. So right now exactly what I was talking about. He goes in now for the Duel plus Tornado. But we're still in the game. We're still in the game. This is the most important thing. So I'm just gonna go in for my Valk here, and this time I'm just gonna go for this here. I'm also gonna snowball here in case the Magic Archer would have done something. Right now we're going for the minor poison. We need to be aggressive with the minor poison. I'm just gonna go cycle another poison now. So immediately pressuring. Minor poison is coming down. So the minor is chipping away. I'm gonna go now for my guards here. I knew he would offensive Nado, so I need to go for a snowball here. Really great snowball. Also going in for the firecracker at the bridge. Also, I think I didn't get a firecracker connection, but we got a really good poison, and the firecracker was actually distracting Magic. So perfect decision making. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video as much as I did. And make sure to subscribe. Make sure to use Create a Good Morton. If you guys want to support me, it's for free. And I'm gonna see you tomorrow for hopefully the next update of the Clash Royale League $1 million competition.